What's going on, you guys? Guardian 916 here.
Wednesday.
Well, we got our final thought with the Arcade-a-thon. I know it was only 3. We said 4, but we got a special thing for you. But all I could say is Sunset Riders. What do you think, Jay?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, in my opinion, because it was classic. It was...
like always.
And it was before the Red Dead Redemption era, the Revolver era, the Gun era, the Sunset Riders era. But it took us back. It's one of the first classic arcade games that figured cowboy games, which honestly was very hard to come by. If you also have Wild Gunman, we all know that one. You got to use your hands.
It's like a baby's toy.
Now, King of the Monsters 1 and 2, the classic. We all know it defined Godzilla and King Kong and all those monster movies. As you could tell, like the one version, it was the first game to be ported, first arcade game, one of the first to be ported to a console that few people had was Neo Geo. For those who don't know what Neo Geo is, it's a video game console that very few people had back in the day.
I never had it.
I mean, neither. And I never knew anybody who had a Neo Geo to have an arcade on there. But the thing about Neo Geo is you could play the arcades and there's nothing bad. And the actual controller, it's not this type of controller. It's an actual arcade controller with a joystick. But the King of the Monsters series is actually good. It actually started the Rampage series. Even monster games till this day, like War of the Monsters and everything for PS2. It starts till this day. That was the trigger for it. But for King of the Monsters 1, I'm going to give that like a 7.5. Because it was just, because I didn't like how you have to pin people and everything. And plus, if this was in the arcade, you'd be pumping up quarters till no tomorrow. Be like, Ma, Dad, can I have more quarters? It's like, time to go. Now, King of the Monsters 2, it was a sequel. I'm going to say it was better graphic-wise, story-wise.
Controllers were much better.
Yeah, they were much smoother and everything on there. And this was one of the few arcade classics that got ported to the not just Neo Geo, but to the Genesis version. I think Super Nintendo too, but I remember seeing it on Sega Genesis. The only difference with the Neo Geo version, the arcade and the Sega version is the arcade and the Neo Geo are exactly like the arcade. You can do co-op with. The Sega version, you can't do co-op. You just got to beat one guy and you get an ending for each one, which is pretty much like the same. Plus, I hear the controls I played are a lot stiffer and harder. So
8 out of 5.
I give it, yeah, you're right on that. 8 out of 5 for it. But we will continue these arcade games. We got plenty more of classic arcade games. But right now, I was going to do the next preview, but something bizarre.
Yeah, something bizarre.
Was delivered right when we were, when we were live with you guys. Look at this. Coffin? Look at that. It's got a note. Play me classic. What could it be?
I don't know.
I'm afraid to open it, Jake, because I'm afraid a severed dead body's going to pop out of here.
I don't know.
All right, ready? 1,
2,
3.
Ha!
Oh. Jay. Castlevania series.
Nice.
The classic Castlevania edition, which we will be doing next week, starting with the first Castlevania, all the way through the Nintendo series, the Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis. So stay tuned for next week for the Castlevania Classic. Until then, I'm Guardian 916.
Wednesday.
See you next week.